Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hey guys, I've kept this for a rainy day. It's probably the best book that's available out there on contingencies that maybe perhaps we should have in place in the event of a nuclear fallout. This seems to be quite a real possibility. I understand our beloved ulama ikram are really preoccupied with other affairs and maybe perhaps aren't aware of the fact that China have very recently, along with their huge military drills that are happening right now, in conjunction with the American and South Korean military drills. This is to counter those drills. They're also issuing through their papers um, um, advice to their citizens of what to do in the event of a nuclear fallout, a nuclear attack. And so is Japan doing the same, and so is Hawaii. It seems like it's a very real possibility and may happen soon, and seems to be on the horizon. Now, I've kept this booklet for a long time now, and kept it for maybe perhaps a time when it was a very real possibility, and then maybe perhaps share it with our ulama ikram. It's very comprehensive. The advice in it, it's been put together by government sources, to be honest, but not made available because, again, the Shaitani elite want to ensure as many casualties through this as possible. So it'd be a huge khidmah if our beloved ulama ikram would take it upon themselves, and mostly it's our beloved ulama ikram who are on the science distribution list anyway. If they consider maybe perhaps appointing and commissioning a group that would be responsible for maybe perhaps taking certain sections of this booklet and condensing that into a few paragraphs, the advice from it, and creating one booklet out of it as a matter of reasonable urgency, so that it can be then for a huge khidmah, and benefit to the ummah, be distributed to the ummah through the masajids into the communities and made available globally, I guess, as advice of what to do in order to curtail and curb the impact and the effects of a nuclear fallout. This isn't going to be made available. It seems they've already made their decision, and part of this nuclear war is part of their agenda, which we've already postulated and discussed ad nauseum through the science PDF and the channel that augments it. So again, I can only recommend you do this. I'll provide the PDF. By the way, I've kept it for a rainy day. It was very difficult, and after a lot of research over the years, did I actually stumble across this particular document. It's You can only take my word for it, but only after reading it. It is a lot of pages. There's about 300 odd pages there. But like I said, the ulama ikram, if you appoint and commission a group, then subhanallah of ulama ikram, then they will make light work of this if they just maybe perhaps between themselves subsection in the booklet, and then find the vital pieces of advice that could maybe perhaps put into condensed booklet, a hand booklet, and then distributed electronically even, subhanallah. It doesn't have to be printed, subhanallah. I guess we're all quite mashallah technologically savvy now, so so long as it's made available and readily, because I don't think anyone can go through 300 pages when this event does happen. We need to be reasonably efficient. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect and guide us. Again, I don't want to be the harbinger of bad news, but this really does seem like a real possibility, and it's only the ulama ikram who basically receive and I share mostly the content with, or there'll be the odd few professionals who are also keeping up to speed with the science distribution list. But uh, for the most part, it's ulama ikram. So you know who you are, subhanAllah. I don't really have to, and it's between yourselves and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I hope Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala inspires your hearts to consider this seriously. Just as a contingency, again, it's just been very sensible, I guess, in light of what's happening or seems to be happening ahead of us. Jazakallahu khairan wa assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.